In the shogun's castle, Lord Asano stood before Kira, a court official whose insults cut deeper than steel. Kira pushed, mocked, and humiliated him, certain Asano would endure it in silence. But one whisper was too much. Asano snapped. He drew his sword and struck, a single flash of steel, sudden as lightning. In that instant, his fate shattered. The man he was ended. The story of the 47 Ronin began. At dawn, the palace already knew Asano's fate. A strike inside the shogun's hall could not be forgiven. Guards stood before him in the cold morning light. They read the decree in Japanese, a short, harsh sentence. Asano listened silently. No anger, no fear, only the calm acceptance of a man who knew the cost of his actions. The guards returned his katana as a final honor. Asano crossed the hall to the white mat prepared for him. He knelt with steady dignity, holding the blade before him. In the vast, silent room, even the palace itself seemed to wait for his final breath. After Asano's death, his loyal retainers became Ronin, warriors with no master. In public, they looked broken, drifting through Edo like defeated men. But in hidden rooms, they gathered in silence. They spoke almost nothing. They knew the shogun would never give justice. From then on, they vanished into the city, waiting, watching, preparing. The world thought they surrendered, but the Ronin were already set on their final path. After the oath, the 47 Ronin disappeared. To Edo, they looked ruined, beggars, drunkards, men with no future. Some swept floors in small shops. Some carried crates at markets. Others wandered the streets in torn clothes, acting lost and broken. The shogun's spies watched them for months and saw nothing but misery. But the Ronin were hiding their purpose. Every stumble was a disguise. Quietly, they mapped Kira's estate, counted his guards, gathered weapons. A whole year passed. Edo forgot them, but the Ronin never forgot their mission. On a freezing winter night, the 47 Ronin gathered in silence. Snow covered their armor and the narrow streets of Edo. They carried no banners, only the purpose they had waited for all year. Moving like shadows, they advanced toward Kira's estate. Some climbed the walls. Others broke the gates with wooden mallets. The guards barely understood what was happening. Inside the compound, the Ronin spread out with precision. Every corridor, every doorway already memorized. Kira tried to hide, but the Ronin swept through the estate room by room. The vengeance they had sworn was finally at hand. Inside Kira's estate, the Ronin moved like shadows. Room by room, they searched the dark halls, pushing open sliding doors and sweeping their lanterns across the floor. Kira's guards were scattered and confused. Some fought, some fled, and many hid. But the Ronin pressed forward, knowing their target was somewhere inside. They searched the guest rooms, the inner garden, the storehouse, the narrow corridors. Every space smelled of cold wood and drifting snow. And with every door they opened, the same question followed them. Where was Kira? The Ronin found a hidden passage at the back of the estate. It led to a small storeroom, dim and cold. Kira was inside, hiding behind screens and chests, dressed in simple clothes, lantern shaking in his hand. The Ronin stepped forward. Their leader spoke to him in Japanese, offering him a final chance for dignity. Kira could not answer. The lantern slipped from his fingers. What followed was silent, swift, and inevitable. The moment their year-long mission reached its end. At dawn, the 47 Ronin walked toward the shogun's court. It was a cold morning. Snow still lay on the streets of Edo. They carried Kira's head with them. not as a trophy, but as proof of their duty fulfilled. People watched in silence as the Ronin passed. At the court, they bowed deeply and accepted responsibility for all that had happened. Their leader, Oishi, spoke calmly in Japanese, asking only for an honorable sentence. The shogun's officials listened. Then came the judgment. The Ronin would die by their own hands as warriors loyal to their code. When the 47 Ronin were gone, Edo fell silent. People spoke of them in low voices, not as rebels, but as men who had chosen loyalty over life. Their graves at Sengakuji Temple became a place of quiet pilgrimage. Travelers left incense, coins, and prayers, honoring the warriors who refused to break their oath. And as the years passed, their story grew into legend, a reminder that honor can outlive the men who carry it. Even now, in Japan, the tale of the 47 Ronin is told, not about vengeance, but about devotion, courage, and the weight of a promise kept.